don't care.
Alright, well, today we are going to be reviewing the Nerf in-series Pinpoint. This Nerf thing here uses a new design of Nerf dart. I have not used these before, but I don't like them. For one particular reason. They are not compatible with existing Nerf magazine clip system blasters. So, basically rendering my entire collection useless if I want to use this with anything else. I have to have a whole separate system for this. It claims to be extremely accurate. Speed, I don't know what that means. Does it shoot fast? I don't know. Distance, maybe. A new design could be farther. Is it worth it? Should you change everything about your collection with a new design? Let's open the box and take a look. Okay, before we open the box, let's take a look at the back here. They are advertising the new dart. Extreme accuracy, speed. I don't know how a new dart is fast, but we'll see. It is bolt action. That's kind of right. A 10 dart clip. They are not clips. They are magazines. Clip release, once again, magazine. Large scope. Okay. Let me see here. I believe the front advertised new long-range barrel. Yeah. The barrel ends right here. That's a big hole. And this is just a target you're shooting through. Barrels have to build up the air pressure to send things out and contain it. This just lets it all out. I don't know if this does anything. Alright, let's open it up and see what's in the box. What's in the box? As you can tell, I got this new to me, but I believe it's never been opened. And I got it for $6, which may or may not be worth paying for. Alright, so you have the barrel. Oh. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Who needs instructions? Interesting. Does not twist on. You get one magazine. Look at the size of this thing. This thing's huge. Okay. We get an instruction manual. Who needs that? We're men. To correctly prime the blaster. Pull the bolt all the way back until you hear a click. Push it all the way forward until you hear a click. Will not fire in no position. They must have had a problem. I've never seen a warning label for that. Now, this blaster is not compatible, like I said, with any other clip system, magazine system that Nerf has other than this design. It is only holding 10 darts. So, I guess it's California compliant. I'm not really sure. I checked your local laws to make sure. You'd be surprised, actually. That actually is a joke, but you'd be surprised. Some municipalities actually have laws that technically would ban Nerf guns. I believe Australia has certain laws that restrict how far Nerf guns can shoot. I am not kidding about that. Alright, so we've screwed this on. We're going to load this up, and we're going to go outside and see how far we can go. So we'll be right back, and we'll test the accuracy and distance of this thing. So, I know what you're thinking. Flake, how are we going to measure distance? Well, I'm going to be using, freedom units. But I know you people in the rest of the world use metric, and, well, I just can't bring myself to use metric, I'm not a communist. But, I got the next best thing. We'll do it in robot lengths, which this guy is about 19 inches. So, how far downrange can it shoot? Let's test it. Okay, let's test this out. You see the scope here, not a scope, just a piece of plastic. Not even a lens that goes through it. Alright, let's give it a shot here. Okay then, well, that was not accurate. So inaccurate that I'm not even going to bother testing it. The distance looked wildly out. The spread of fire is crazy. All right, well, so is this thing worth your time? Is it worth your money? Well, for $6, that's not too bad. It does feel like it's made well. It does feel sturdy. I'll give them that. That's a positive about it. Its mag does feel strong. Although, I don't know if you can see it on camera here, but on the front of this, it does say the direction that you load the darts. That is very hard to see. And also kind of not high enough to really notice. If you load this backward, which I did, I spent like 10 minutes, it might be an exaggeration, digging out the darts with the screwdriver because it was very difficult to get them back out once you put them in, if you put them in the wrong way. At least the older mags didn't really have that problem. The instructions also kind of make it seem as if this is the forward direction, like this way. It is not. It is that way. Darts heads go that way in this thing. They make it seem like that way because that little lip right there, and the instructions even kind of look like they're doing that. That's wrong. It is not bad. Now, I know what you're thinking. How far did it shoot? Well, we got just a little over 42 feet on average, with a highest one of over 57 feet. Now, granted, this is brand new, or well, it's been sitting in a box for a while, but it is brand new, never been fired before. But you're going to typically get numbers like that. It is not accurate. The lowest numbers were in the 20s of feet, and the highest were in the 50s, with an average of just a little over 42 feet, which it's just not accurate. You can't have accuracy if every time you shoot, it's at a different distance. Maybe at like 10 feet if you were just to go like that. Maybe. But you're not going to have that. Now, for those of you in communist countries, how many robot links did it shoot? Well, it got a little over 26 links downrange. That's a pretty good robot link. Sometimes length matters. Anyway, you guys have any of these? Does anyone want these new art designs? Is Nerf going to continue this, or are they going to go back to the Elite darts? I prefer the Elite darts. The design of these darts doesn't really work for me. I don't like how they feel in my hand. It's very difficult for me to maneuver them, maybe because I have big hands and these are tinier darts. I don't know. I feel like the little nub on the end is going to snap off. I feel like they're easier to jam, which is weird because Elite darts and the older style of those darts kind of did have their own problems. I've chopped off the heads of many of them in blasters, but yeah, I am not a fan. Is it worth $6? Yeah. Am I ever going to use this again? Probably not. It's a neat design. Had they started out with this, maybe this could have been, but for me to replace my entire arsenal with a new design is really a waste of my time. The good thing about the Elite darts and the N-Series darts in general, or the N-Strike darts in general, is that they're compatible with so many different blasters. It was one of the best things about Nerf. And now they're just trying to try something new. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with trying something new, but to make it not compatible with what you already have. I mean, if you're new to Nerf and you don't own anything, maybe this is okay. I don't know. I would still go with the older ones. As far as I know, they are still making clip system blasters. I would recommend going that route. This does shoot far. I will give them that. It is not super accurate, obviously. The scope isn't real. Most scopes aren't. But it's not even like colored in or has a plastic pane or anything like that. It's just a waste of your time. But it does shoot slightly further. But it is also brand new. Brand new guns will do that. Give it about a year of playing with and it'll be just like all the rest, I think. Anyway, what do you guys think? Leave me a note in the comments below, and I'll see you on range. Yeah, that is not a good gun.